Take two, Friday afternoon, August 21st, here in the Sports Barn once again. Eric Arnold back in the Sports Barn. Why is it take two? Well, I knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. We opened the previous show with a cover of AC/DC's Back in Black, because we're celebrating here in the Sports Barn because we are back in the black, i.e. back in black, a euphemism for profitability in the business world. Black is profitable, red is unprofitable or losing, so we are winning. And of course YouTube flagged it and said, we've been getting away with these covers, and I thought that was the standard. It wasn't. It wasn't the freaking ripped off right off the album, Back in Black. We took the time to get a cover and use it, and YouTube said, no. I'm thinking YouTube's computers aren't as smart as I think they are. I don't know. Whatever. So, it's the whole video is basically trashed. YouTube said, you can't use this. You can push a button here and we'll remove the offending section. It'll take a while. Like, alright. So I pushed the button. That was 2 hours ago. So apparently a while is more than 2 hours at least, according to YouTube. Oh well, it's a free service, so I guess I shouldn't complain. But at any rate, we're excited to be back. Semi-retired, unfortunately, this week was part of the semi part. I actually had to go to work. Good customer calls. I got to go. The hell of it is, I think we missed a bunch of winners. I really do. In the few minutes that I had to glance at the baseball scores this week, I'm looking at it going, the Mets again, I would have been on that. They're the Astros, they're on a streak, I would have been on that. There's no telling for sure. I'm sure, you focus on the winners and you ignore the ones that's like, whoop, I would have been over there, I was a big loser. So it's hard to tell what would have happened. But at any rate, for you subscriber X, the left-hand column is the money that we've won or lost. We are stratifying our picks. 3 stars, that's our best play. 2 stars in the middle, and then 1 star would be the ones we feel least confident about. Oddly enough, that the 1 stars are kicking ass, the 2 stars are awful, and then the 3 stars are doing well, which is good. That's how it should work. Your top place should be your best percentage winners, and I have no explanation as to why the 2 stars are doing so poorly. At any rate, 3 stars doing well. That's good. If you crunch those numbers, take that number and divide it into this larger number, this right-hand column, that's the amount of money would have been bet. So $334, 334 units divided into 18,773. That's about 1.7% return on investment. Yeah, that's pretty bad, I guess, when you think about it. It's like, oh, well, I can get more money putting it in a CD. Yeah, whatever. It's baseball. Baseball's tough. It's a learning process for us. We're practicing, we're working, we're trying to get better, trying to hone our model. We're above 500. For me, I think baseball, you're above 500. That's not bad. That's not bad. So we're not embarrassed. We're hoping to do better. Way back in the day, our last video was Monday, I guess. And it was a big Monday night for us. 6 winners, 2 losers. Seems like that happened an hour or a year ago. But at any rate, let's move right over here to Friday. This is kind of a race. It's like, can I recut this video, get the new video up before YouTube strips out the old video? So it'll be a race. Friday, we've got Washington for 1 star, That's a big number. We don't like the big number, but we're letting the model just go and do what it wants to do. We've had some luck with that over the past 10 days. So, minus 187 for Washington. 2 stars here. They're playing the Marlins. You know, the Marlins have been bad. I'm a little concerned that they're not quite that bad, but we'll see. Milwaukee is playing the Pirates. 2 stars at Pittsburgh for Milwaukee. I mean, the Pirates are just terrible. Until they show me some ability at all, I don't know that it's wrong to just play against them every game. So Milwaukee minus the 132. We're going to take the Indians here. I'm a little concerned about the Indians and Detroit. Sooner or later, the Indians' winning streak over Detroit's going to come to an end. I think the Indians are due for a slate of bad baseball because I think the baseball gods are going to punish them for not using 2 of their best players, Plesac and Clevenger. This whole, we must punish you, you are evil, make our baseball veterans happy like Oliver Perez. I think the baseball gods are going to punish these guys. Because you're going around playing your not best players, sooner or later the baseball gods don't like that. So, you know, we'll take the Indians, but I'm you know, not that excited about it. Nola and the Phillies, 2 stars there at Atlanta. I don't know, you're getting a fair price there with Nola. I just don't know who finishes the game for the Phillies, you know. Their bullpen's the worst in baseball, and you know it's not going to go 9. So but you know it's such a good price. Maybe that's why it's a good price. But again, letting the model do what it wants. We're going to take the Red Sox here. We're going to take the Red Sox for a star against the Orioles at Baltimore. I think that the Red Sox it might be time for their talent to start to emerge. They're not this bad. They're not this bad. And maybe the Orioles aren't quite this good. So maybe this is where the Red Sox make their stand. 1 star with the Red Sox. The White Sox for a star at Wrigley Field. White Sox generally play the Cubs pretty tough. Generally playing pretty tough. Small, you know, little brother syndrome. We're going to take them. I had a whole long story there, but we're cutting this short. So we'll take the White Sox for 1 star. Best play of the night is the 3 stars, the Cardinals over the Reds. Last night, the Reds had their best chance probably to beat the Cardinals in St. Louis. They had a 4-2 lead into the 9th inning. Managed to get all of 1 out before the Cardinals went on and scored 3. You know, their best player or their leader apparently is Yadier Molina. He's back. He had a good game last night. It feels to me like the Cardinals are all going, all systems go. The Reds are a mess, you know, blowing that very winnable game last night with their best pitcher, Sonny Gray. It's got to be incredibly deflating for them. They've lost their announcer, their long-tenured announcer, Tom Brennan, gone. Won't see him no more. So, a lot of chaos, a lot of mess in Cincinnati. St. Louis, much the best, 3 stars. Out in Seattle, we're going to take the Rangers. I think we just have 2 teams here. For all 4 of you that have watched the Rangers preview video, you know that the Rangers are the best value in baseball for the last 15, 20 years. And the Mariners are one of the worst. So the Rangers seem to exceed expectations. The Mariners do not meet expectations. So we're going to play that. We're going to take Texas, 2 teams on a losing streak. The Texas pitcher, he's coming off a real bad outing, but it was at Mile High Field in Denver, which I think can be very well forgiven. So I think he's going to bounce back hard, and we're going to take Texas 2 stars. The Angels 1 star. The Angels lost 3 out of 4 to the Giants. They lost the get out of town match. The Angels are basically eliminated. I think that's kind of helped them. I think that's a team that will play better when the pressure's kind of off, they're out of it. I think Joe Madden might be able to now do a little more of what he wants to do. In other words, he'll go to, uninterested veteran. Hi, uninterested veteran. You don't really want to play, do you? All right, so what if I sit you and you don't care? And we'll just and I can mix and match and do what I want to do and, play guys that want to play. I think Mike Trout, he's a player that probably plays better when the heat's off. So I think, the Angels might show a little bit here in the next week or two. I think that's their best pitcher. We're going at Oakland. I think Oakland, they're safely into the playoffs. So they may coast a little. So we're going to try to take a shot here with the Angels. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. That's a premium team. They always play well at home. The Rockies are a lousy road team. Dodgers starting to hit the ball a little bit, so maybe we get some crooked numbers there. We'll take the run line, try to shorten up our risk a little bit. That means we got to win by 2. But, the Dodgers score, so very doable against the Rockies. The Rockies are falling apart right now. So we'll take the Dodgers, see if they can keep shoving the Rockies and keep the Rockies on the losing streak. And lastly, 9:45, last game of the night. The Giants, they won 3 in a row now. They're getting back into the swing of things, maybe challenging for the one of these playoff spots. They're hosting the Diamondbacks. Before we had to go to work, we were having a lot of fun with the Diamondbacks. We were winning every night. But now the Diamondbacks are, stumbling. We got 2 losses in a row. Robbie Ray going tonight. He walks a lot of guys. Not a fan of that. I think that the Giants, we're going to wait him out, and he'll be very short getting into the bullpen early. Like the Giants at home tonight. Like them to get their 4th win in a row. So that's how we're going to do that. The NBA, that's going on tonight. We, in a previous video, had told you that these are the teams that we thought would advance. We were particularly going to play every game that the Lakers and Celtics play. I saw the line tonight that the Celtics are still only 6-point favorites over the Sixers. I don't know if who's making these lines, but where do you think the Sixers are going to come close tonight? I guess the feeling is, historically there is a Game 3 angle, if you will. That Game 3, I'm down 2-0 in a 7-game series. I have to have that game to make it 2-1. I can't go down 3-0. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Usually I'm at home. And I'm going to just play my hardest game possible to get that game and come up with the win. And I think historically that angle plays out. But man, we're in the dome here, the bubble, the whatever the hell you want to call it. I just don't know what conditions are going to change here. The Celtics are vastly superior to the Sixers. And, that's for you, Joel Embiid. Fatigue makes cowards out of us all. Vince Lombardi. In other words, you can be the best player there is out there, and you can have all the want-to you want, but if you don't have any legs under you in the 4th quarter, they're going to run right over you, and it doesn't matter what you want to do. So I'm taking the Celtics, just continuing to play them. Same thing with the Lakers. I think that, what's the word? What am I looking to say here? That the demise of the Lakers is greatly overstated, greatly exaggerated. I think the Lakers are going to come through in that series, despite what Charles Barkley says. So we'll play the Lakers anytime they're on the board. Definitely play the Celtics. Washington, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Boston, the White Sox, the Cardinals top play. Texas, the Angels, Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, and the San Francisco Giants to close out the night. That's our picks. So, let's see which video you get to watch. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We're happy to be back in the barn. Hit the like button if you care to. We enjoy that. We enjoy when you hit the subscription button even more. So, good afternoon, good luck tonight, and good gambling.